Northeast Edible. We're here in a nice raspberry patch. It's kind of just one row. We're going to run a trellis system on this guy, but we're here. We're going to answer a couple questions. Recently we got one from Ceezer about a small plant, small plants and trees that he just received, that he just planted, and propagating and using some cuttings from those plants for propagation material. So basic rule of thumb is something this small. These guys I propagated 2 years ago from a pretty stocky raspberry plant, from a bunch of raspberry plants. But these guys are too small to propagate from at the moment. There's maybe a foot of growth on some of these guys. There's a bunch of little shoots coming out, but just it's basically too small right now. Hoping by the end of the season that these guys grow up pretty good and I can take more propagation material off of these guys. Right now I would not propagate something this small, and basically cuttings is clipping off some of their plant and rooting that as a new plant. So you would be taking off too much vegetative growth off of this small plant to do any good. I would wait for another year or two, Ceezer, till your plants are more established, until there's more woody growth, until there's more branches to choose your cuttings from, because I think you don't want to take too much of one plant and stunt that and hit that back a couple of years. So you want to make sure your plants are nice and vigorous, they're growing strong, they're getting bigger and bigger each year, and by year 3 or 4 maybe it's time to take cuttings off of that. So these guys were all taken off of mature plants and grown out in our nursery area, and these guys will be ready probably by the end of the year. Raspberries grow pretty quickly. They'll be ready probably by the end of the year, but certainly next year to take cuttings and take propagation material from. So Ceezer, maybe wait just a little bit longer until your plants are a little bit more mature, and then go ahead and grow those out and propagate those out from cuttings. We'll do more videos with cuttings as the time goes on and as the season calls for it. So Dave, Northeast Edible, have a great day, guys.